You guys look great. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. I sound like peace and greetings to you guys. I'm so frantic to see you all, but I didn't even say hello first. My name is Dr. Ameena Matthews. And for 9 minutes, 9 short minutes, I am going to take you all on a journey. We're going to go on it together. How about that? Not me just take you. We're going to go on this journey together. But first, I need you guys to sit back, close your eyes, and think of your happy place. I know Do you guys hear that? You hear that? Those are waves, right? And that's my happy place. Those are waves that's from the beautiful Lake Michigan hitting the shorelines of Rainbow Beach at 79th and South Shore Drive. Rainbow Beach, man, is by far one of the fondest places in the world for me. So you guys now can open up your eyes if you haven't. Here, Rainbow Beach, here in my happy place, I didn't have to choose between eco or the concrete jungle. Here, in my happy place, we can take a stroll down the tree lane of South Shore Drive Boulevard. Or we can get on a bike, take a short ride up down Lakeshore Drive on the trail. You know what I mean? You guys with me? You with me on my happy place? Yes, sir. Is that better? You want to take it all the way off? Because I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. So in my happy place, thank you, Musa. Thank you. In my happy place, I could and we could be transported to the most wealthiest neighborhoods that was different from where we lived. And I'm gonna give you some of those places that I had an opportunity, and you guys too, had an opportunity to realize that just in our community, not that far away, we have the artworks of DeSabo. We have the boathouse on Beverly Creek. We have the Garfield Conservatories to the beautiful Lincoln Park, excuse me. We have the stretch of 94. The beautiful murals that decorate Pearson. For me, it's a warm cinnamon spice of the back of the yards, man. Or take advantage of a baseball game, Addison or 35th Street. The gardens of Chatham and Englewood. Beautiful places like the tranquility of the northerly islands, or the rush and the energy of the Loop. The hubs of Fulton Market. we cannot, and I will not, forget our vendors in Hermosa Park, in Humble Park, in Avondale, in Albany. Family, it's the beauty of our spaces. It's the beauty that originates from the people that will fill these spaces, that will breathe life into these spaces. That's what we did. That's what we did. And without a moment's notice, in just 1 second, everything changes. In 1 second, this place of joyfulness and goodwill and friendship has turned violent. 1 single second. A son is lost. A daughter is lost. A sister is lost. A brother is lost. A cousin is lost. A best friend is lost. Our aunts is lost. Our grandmothers and our grandfathers are lost. An educator is lost. An officer, a bus driver, a tradesman, a nurse is lost. All of those people we mentioned, that I just mentioned, are our loved ones, our neighbors, a part of our community and our collectiveness. As I was writing this over the 12 months, I want you guys to think about this. Over the past 12 months, 786 people have fallen victim to gunfire or knife violence. I'm gonna say that again, since you all didn't hear me, if I didn't make myself clear. Within the last 12 months, since I've been writing this, 786 family members have been lost to gunfire and knife violence. I want somebody to say that ain't right. I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you. So I'm gonna tell you guys just a little bit about Ameena, right? I grew up in this area. I grew up in Englewood. My grandmother, my mom's mom lived on 64th and May. My dad's mom lived on 64th and Woods. And I deeply, deeply love Englewood. It's something about the wood is good and it would always come back, right? I was raised by my grandmother, and you all probably know what her name is, Madea. She's the first Madea. When I was 5 years old, that's when we moved to South Shore. We may not have had luxury on 79th and Bennett, but we had each other. We had family. Sometimes Madea would host little young girls that was walking the street and needed a place to stay or something to eat. She would host them, whether we had the food or not. We used to eat breakfast for dinner. That's how poor we were. One night, as I slept with Madea, you know, grandma's bed is always the comfortable bed. That's the comfortable bed where you go lay down and get you some real good sleep. I was 5 years old, and as I slept with Madea, I heard this voice, you guys. Well, actually, I didn't hear the voice until actually Madea moved. And I heard the voice and it said, Madea. Now we lived on the second floor on 79th and Bennett. Madea. Madea. Madea, would you come to the window? Without any hesitation, she looked out the window, she saw who it was. Madea grabbed a pair of trousers and a raincoat, and it wasn't even raining. But that was the outfit, you know, it was better than her going out there as she normally do in a house dress. But it was a real experience to see how quick Madea reacted to another community stakeholder. So he said to her, I need you to come with me. So as we followed him, and on 79th Street, that's the boulevard, that's the 9. So we had to walk through an alley from Bennett over to the next street, which is Constance, and there I seen my aunt. I seen my aunt on top of the hood of the car with a gun. And this guy, he was bigger than my aunt too, and he said, please don't shoot me, as my grandmother was walking up. When Madea came on location, and that moment, Madea showed all of us, kindness, compassion, and empathy. I don't know about you all, but a 5-year-old brain and had an auntie that was in distress, I would turn immediately into the teenager that she was, and I would have raised a pitchfork and went in with her. But it was because of that Madea. It was because of that Madea and the way she displayed how to be a violence interrupter. I knew that instead of following my auntie, I must have the courage to stand up in moments of chaos and patience to help other family members that has gone through situations just like I have. What my grandmother Madea taught me that day has been the core of Ameena's values and the core of Ameena being a human being. Since then, I have made it my mission, you guys. I have made it my mission to break the silence of violence that continues in our community, but not with force, not with weapons, and not with law enforcement. With kindness, compassion, and empathy. It's this philosophy that helps me and that has helped me prevent a young man from going to shoot his teammates because his teammates was bullying his brother because he had autism. It is this philosophy for me that I had the courage to convince a group of brothers that was highly gang influenced to give me their ammo and give me their guns. And they did. And I took it to a metal melting shop and melted those guns down so it would not cause any harm, any devastation, again, by those guns to our community. And It's this philosophy, you guys, of patience and courage and empathy and compassion that has taught me how to be the best mother that I can be to my 3 beautiful children and be the wife that I can be to my husband. Part of my mission is to encourage people like yourselves to have the same conviction when you see violence and despair and injustice. Interrupt. Speak up and interrupt. No matter the sadness, no matter the heartache or the trauma I have experienced, when I'm brought back to that peace place, when I am brought back to where it's peaceful, just to sit for a moment and think about digging my feet in the sand of Rainbow Beach, allowing the sun to kiss my beautiful caramel macchiato and skin, and the wind to blow through my hair and my clothes, man, that is like paradise for a sister like me where I came from. Everything fades away once I go back to that space. With every person I meet and I conversate with, I realize that the experience I had in my community were experiences that others had in their community across not just Chicago, but the world. This apathy of this talk of the special place for me has encouraged me to run for Congress, to advocate and to mediate for the people that can't for themselves. What I need you guys to do from this day forward, regardless of what's going on the other side of that door, remember the peaceful, special place that the Creator gave each and every one of us inside of us. Like I said, I'm running for Congress for the 1st Congressional District. I made my announcement July the 3rd. And ever since then, I've been fighting. I've been fighting for you guys and the ones that stay and live in the 1st District. If you guys want to get in touch with me, please, let's continue this conversation of peace building. Let's continue this conversation of sometimes and some days that it may not feel peaceful in here, and we can have that conversation of peace. You guys can reach me, DRAMEENA.org. My name is Dr. Ameena Matthews, and that is my time, you guys. Love you guys. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Grandma, grandma, grandma. Grandma, grandma, grandma. Grab my hand, I'll put you on your throne. It's easy to fall, everything going on. Anxiety rising, I hear it in your tone. The pain melts away as you listen to the song. And we still pushing. 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 Help you see.
Help you see.
We wanna be.